Hey, everybody, it's Chad Hyams here with this week's episode of the Achieve Your Apex podcast. I really want to thank you for being a listener. I hope that you've subscribed so you just get these automatically showing up for you, whether that's on YouTube or where you get your podcast. And I really hope you've shared this with somebody, because if there's any value that you're getting from this, that means someone else can get that same value. Don't keep it to yourself. Share it. That's why I wrote the book, Achieve Your Apex, so that we can share the value with as many people as possible and impact as many lives as possible. So we've been talking about calendaring, my favorite subject, because the more we live by a schedule, the more we can predict our success. You see, too many people are like, well, Chad, if I live by the calendar, I'm too structured, right? Not at all. And today's lesson is going to absolutely show you that as we continue along with the acronym of SPACE. Now, we talked about S, start your day, P, promises, A, advancements, okay? And we dove into briefly the LIFE acronym, which will become the Win One tool a few episodes ahead, which will help you really come back and put those advancements on your calendar. Today, we're on to the letter C, and you're about to laugh at me because the next thing to schedule is chaos. Yeah, I put this pause in here, letting you laugh. Yeah, right, Chad. Can't schedule chaos. Yes, you can. You can absolutely prepare for and plan on chaos. It's going to happen almost every day to you. I don't care what industry you're in. I don't care if you're retired. I don't care what it is. Chaos will show up. And the more we're prepared for it, the better. Now, I want to break this session down into two types of chaos so you understand. The first one's going to be way more in depth, and that's going to be controllable chaos. Wait a minute. Chad, did you just say controllable chaos? Like chaos that I can control? That's like an oxymoron. Okay, if you don't know what that one means, I didn't just call you a name. Go look it up, right? Controllable chaos is possible. And here's what it sounds like. Your phone ringing. Here's what it sounds like. Your kid saying, "Mom, mom, mom." Here's what it sounds like. Got a second? Those are all chaos moments waiting to invade your world, and you are able to control them. How? Don't answer your phone. Panic. I felt that from so many of you. Don't answer your phone. Tell the kid, go sit down, I'll be with you in a minute. Okay? And when someone says you got a minute, you say, sure do, at 2:30 or whatever time you have chaos scheduled for. You see, people want you to give them a minute because it's easier than them going to find the answer. They just want you to find it for them. And if you say, yes, I do have a minute at 3:00 today, whenever it is on your calendar, most likely when that time shows up, you can reach out to them. They've already solved the problem. They've figured it out. Yet you were able to say, yep, I'm here for you. I said I would be. I controlled that chaos by putting it when I wanted to stop and pay attention to it. Okay? Mom, 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 dad, dad, dad. Right. Sit down. Learn some patience in life. Learn to distract yourself, child. You're not on fire. Okay? That's a simple one. And honestly, even though we think that's the hardest one because we're sick and tired of the kid attempting to get our attention. The hardest one for most of you will be answering your phone. And it's amazing how much pushback I get on this. Yet I will tell you, right now, you could stop and make a list of 5 to 10 times that you would never answer your phone. Asleep? Probably never answer your phone. In with your doctor at an important appointment, you probably would not answer your phone, right? Maybe some business related things, if you're in real estate, like many probably are, on a listing appointment. Maybe if you're a teacher during the day when I'm teaching, I can't answer my phone. If you happen to be a flight controller, you're not even allowed to bring your phone onto the floor of the tower with you. Okay? There are so many times you could tell me you would not answer your phone. And here's the thing, the people calling on the other end, they don't know that you're not doing one of those things right now. So you don't have to answer. Now, there are certain calls maybe you should answer. For example, if my wife called right now in the middle of this recording, you can be sure I would hit stop and pick up the phone because she knows when I'm working, and she knows that if she calls during those times, there's an emergency. So I am going to stop everything and answer. Teach people that. Let people call and get your voicemail so the emotion comes out of their call if they're really pissed, if they're really angry, if they're really mad at you. Let the emotion come out so that when you call them back during your chaos time that you have on your calendar, you're in a position to be able to hopefully have their answer already and get back to them when they've calmed down slightly. That is controllable chaos. Stop letting those little things derail you from what you should be doing. It would be like making a long road trip when you just want to get there. And every time you drive by a gas station saying you have to pull over, you have to pull over, you have to pull over, how frustrated would you be? No, pull over when you need gas. All right, that's controllable. Uncontrollable chaos. Doesn't matter what I do, chaos has happened and it's happening now. I got a flat tire. My alarm didn't go off this morning. The school called and said, your kid's sick, come get them. There aren't that many things that are uncontrollable chaos, yet when they show up, you have to deal with them. Okay, then deal with them. By having that block of time for chaos on our calendar, it now allows us to take the thing we should have been doing when chaos showed up and have another block of time waiting for it. Otherwise, it'll just get forgotten. That's chaos, folks. It's not that hard to control it, and it's definitely not that hard to schedule, prepare for it. Now, at the beginning, I'm going to give you a tip. Give yourself like a half hour for chaos before lunch and give yourself a half hour for chaos before the end of your workday. That way you're not waiting until 3 o'clock to get back to somebody maybe who contacted you at 9 o'clock that was in chaos. You have time not too far away. You'll get better and better and start to be able to push and push and push and just have a small little time near the end of the day as you teach people how to treat you and understand when you're going to be there, when you'll jump, and when you're going to focus on the things that you know will bring you success. We got one more letter in the alphabet of calendaring, the acronym SPACE. It ends with an E. Join me for the next episode as we end the conversation on calendaring. Until then, keep climbing.